Many of the implementations to build the control grid are being supported and financed by us. So if you look, for example, at I'll use America. If you look at the average American, they are going to work in building the control grid. They are banking with the banks that are leading the control grid. If you look at their IRA or their brokerage account, they are financing, and they are very excited because they're making lots of money building the control grid. And you know, there's a multiple personality disorder in how the money works. Now, one of the things we know is the digital control grid depends on a 100% digital transaction system, and we have not gotten there yet. A great deal of effort has been made by both the banks and the central banks to get us to 100%, but we're not there. And we believe the way to stop this cold that everybody can do. So I agree with Alex that this is spiritual. Everybody can pray, but everybody can use cash and preserve the analog systems, whether it's checks, money orders. There's a dedicated population in the United States using analog transaction systems and refusing to go all digital. If everybody threw their smartphone in the river or the lake tomorrow or the ocean tomorrow, this could never happen. So the first thing we can do is we can all use cash and refuse to go 100% digital. And one of the beauties of cash is if you look at the mechanisms we use to transact with cash, many of those come with surveillance and entrainment and subliminal programming and mind control. So what you'll find is you'll be much smarter about your money if the people you're transacting with or the mechanisms that you're transacting with aren't also mind controlling you. And cash does not come with entrainment or subliminal programming, at least that I know of. Though,
give an example of that, Catherine, of subliminal mind control that comes with it. Tell people how they may be being manipulated, coerced.
Right. So digital electronic systems, whether on your TV or your smartphone or your laptop, can integrate basically mind control technology. So I first found out about this in the 80s. I overheard a conversation by two billionaire types I wasn't supposed to hear. And they were talking about entrainment, subliminal programming. And grossly oversimplified, entrainment makes you resonate with something you normally wouldn't resonate. And then subliminal programming comes in through the resonation suggesting. And and I first started to write about this at Solari because as an investment advisor, it was being used to market financial fraud. So a lot of times you see people who've lost money on healthcare fraud or financial fraud. Often those are marketed using entrainment technology. Also, people buying things they can't afford, those are marketed with entrainment technology. If you come to Solari, we have put in the words mind control in the search box. You'll pick up our collection, and we have a wealth of information. We just did a great interview called Cognitive Liberty with Josh Steinman on all the different things from mind control to propaganda that are done to basically make people persuadable. Of course, we know the big one being the pandemic, that the shots did a variety of things to people that really hurt cognition and their ability to protect themselves. You know, we are also being poisoned, and that makes it harder to protect ourselves against these things. So to us, a major issue is cognitive liberty, but we know that a lot of the controls come with the digital technology that would also then be used to get 100%. So we're a big believer in cash and in preserving the analog systems. But the other thing is, if you go down your income statement and balance sheet, what you will find if you really dig in is they are few, we are many. We are building and financing and supporting this building of the control grid, and we have the power to stop. I dare say, if everybody in the UK tomorrow said, I'm going to do everything I can to leave the banks who are supporting this. I'm going to do everything I can to stop investing in the companies that are doing this. I'm going to quit working for a company that's building a control grid and, go do something productive with my life. You would have, just as they're engineering a financial coup and a digital coup, you would have a financial rebellion. So part of this is connecting the dots between where our time and money is going and what we're supporting, and saying, no, I don't want to support something that's going to basically make me a slave.